So we're continuing chapter one. This is part two of our notes. And as we finish up, this is the common categories of theater. Now, in your instructional materials, you'll see little video clips, very short, so that you can see examples of these different types of theater. Commercial theater. So this is really what we think of. It's there to make money. It still can be very artistic, but it's very popular. So why? Because they offer safe themes. Themes are the ideas that they promote. That good is rewarded and love conquers all, and you know, um, the two people that should be together get together, or that kind of thing. Safe themes, plenty of laughs. So even when they have, uh, pretty serious themes, they may have some comic relief. They're very meaningful. Plenty of laughs, lots of spectacle. Oh my gosh, it's got to be something which really wows us. And it's designed to appeal to a majority of people so they can fill the seats and ideally make a lot of money. Nothing is wrong with that. Uh, but that is a certain category, and they're trying to make money with it. And of course, who wouldn't? I mean, we're trying to stay afloat. Red Mountain Theater Company here in Birmingham, they balance their things out. In the summer, in particular, they do stuff that they know a lot of people in the community will enjoy, and they almost always do something that kids would like. Um, they did Beauty and the Beast as a play with costumes. They did Little Mermaid. They did stuff that you can bring the kids to. They also did some very traditional musicals, Fiddler on the Roof, My Fair Lady. Those are things that have been done in recent years because they know that people who love musicals love those and will go. And I'm one of them. I'm like, yeah, I want to go see that. I love that musical. I want to see it. And in the other times of the year, they'll do more artistic types of theater, and they'll always do something for Black History Month. We usually bring that onto our campus, by the way, um, outside of COVID, of course. And then they'll do some things that are a little edgier. So they balance it out. But you've got to have, if you're going to make money, usually you have that commercial theater. It's got to have a high entertainment value. Sometimes there's some that want to do it historically, like the way it was originally. And there's value in that as well. You'll see that a lot on the university and college campuses as part of their theater program. They want to have something that is specific in a historical period, so they will have a Shakespearean play, or um, maybe a Molière, French 17th century, things like that, period plays. They'll do a Greek play in its original, or they might bring it into something new. There's a little clip here about biting his thumb, and how this is from Romeo and Juliet, and the Montagues and the Capulets, who are warring, rivaling families. And so this would be historical because it's in the costuming of and the setting of the play when it was written, and when it was set. Experimental means you do something really different about it. And this little YouTube link, and you've got I'm not going to play it here, it doesn't work so well to do that in this environment, but you have the PowerPoint, and it might be in your links, but they'll take the same scene. I really would like you, it's just a short clip, watch the scene previous, this one here. And it's the same words, y'all. It's the same words, only it's set in Los Angeles in probably like the 90s with the gangs. And maybe recognize Leonardo DiCaprio right there. But this was when they took the same thing and staged it as in a LA 1990s gang setting. So they may do just a different setting. They may do something different with how and the way they stage it. Might put more into the audience. Just turn it up on the side of its head. Sometimes people like it, and sometimes people go, "Wow, that was amazing," and other times like, "Interesting." And then political theater, we said, art is political. And so when it's got that focus, they're not trying to make money. They're not trying to do something really different, or they're not trying to represent history. They are really out there to express their personal opinions about current issues, trends, and politics. So they'll write a play around it. And I really feel like, Ibsen was trying to do that with A Doll's House, and Trifles as well by Susan Glaspell, which we will study in our time together. that they really wanted to address current things that were going on. The last category, and I told you this would be shorter, is cultural theater, and that's when you are doing a play. It could be based, the story could be based on a myth or a folk story, some mythology of that people, and they're trying to preserve that heritage or represent the point of view of that particular group of people. And so it's preserving the unique traditions of a particular society. So it's like historical, but it's more about preserving the culture. Okay, curtain call is always how we end our chapter, and it's kind of the recap. And we need art and theater because they help us see life differently. Entertainment allows us to see life as we see it. Remember, with our values and perceptions intact, there's that difference between art and entertainment. Art is valuable because it allows us to expand our experience beyond just what we by ourselves can experience, intensify our perceptions, challenge conventional wisdom, and introduce another frame of reference, that of the artist. They help us see things in ways that we would never be able to otherwise see. And you may know that to be true musically or in some other area, but you'll find out a little bit more about theater. And as I close out, since this is a short one, let me stop to say this. Um, these little PowerPoints do not replace the textbook, and there may be questions on the quiz that you may need access to the textbook to answer fully. This is hitting the highlights, and I'm trying to keep it in a condensed time. Combined right now, 26 minutes. 20 minutes for the first one, under 7 minutes right now for this one. In a class, we would watch the videos together. We would talk, we'd have some conversations and discussions. So our discussion board is a place where we will kind of work those around a little bit, but it's on you to kind of go through and do that as well. This is to kind of hit the high points and kind of explain things that are key concepts. So we have a Cengage textbook. You have a Cengage subscription, then it's already paid for. The link is going to be here somewhere. Usually I link up the chapters and everything. And you have access to that. The quizzes and tests are open book. But if you don't understand the concepts, it may be really hard for you to take the quiz. So this is here to help you, kind of give you that a little bit of the classroom experience. The discussion board is to help supplement that so you have some interaction and can work through some of these deeper questions. So I'll be doing these. I think I've explained why I have the other videos. They're there to amplify and illustrate some of these concepts, which on paper by themselves, just isn't enough. And so I would encourage you to take the time to look at those and do them within the framework of, okay, what does that go? How does that fit into the chapter or to the chapter notes? All right, well, that's it, and I look forward to our time together, even though it'll be mediated this way most of the time, not to skip these, but to go through. I'll try to make where I break them up into the different pieces to make it easier for you to fit into your busy work life.